Has to be the host.
Okay, it's recorded. Yeah. Here we go. Yay.
Okay. Yay.
Katie was going to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kendra, why don't you go?
Okay, first of all, hi everyone, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. It's Monday night and hope you are just had a great day doing the MBF sample workout, getting people, I'm going to keep admitting people, so sorry if I get a little distracted. But just that you got to try out the workout today and just get excited about what the opportunities that we have with this job. And so that is why we're here tonight, because we want to share with you about really what is Elite, what does that look like for you and your team, and what does it look like moving forward for the month of July and August, and just get a little more specific. And then we're really excited about having a special announcement kind of at the end of this call that we want to include you in. So anyways, thank you. Some of you know us. I think most of you know us because you've been on some of the other calls, but for those of you that don't know, obviously I am not Melanie Mitro. I'm Kendra Zaru. I'm a mom of three college age three college age kids, and then I have a bonus daughter who's also college. So it's kind of crazy around here because, of course, with COVID, everyone is back home. But that's kind of, yeah. So that's where we are. So working this business while my kids are working with their school and work, and this is fun. This is life. So we want to get kind of right to it because there's so much we want to cover tonight. But we want you to take a minute before we even get started. Like we said, we're going to be talking about Elite. But before we talk about or go any further, the most important thing is that you take a minute to think about a couple of things about you and your business. What we love about this business is that we get to do this together. We get to be coaches together. We get to encourage one another. We get to learn from one another, collaborate together. But at the end of the day, it also comes down to you being a business owner for your business. And so as we move forward, just making sure we got everybody in the call. As we move forward, we want you to think about a couple of things, write this down. Because it all starts with what your goals are and who you are and what your vision is for your life. And I love that because we can do this job together. We can encourage and support one another, and we can have different goals. So right now, it's really important before we even get going on this call for you to take a few minutes to think about these questions. What is a goal that you need to hit? So for me, for those of you who don't know my story, my husband was diagnosed at the age of 34 with cancer. We had 3 little babies, and by the age of 35, I was a widow and single mom. My life changed dramatically, like in the worst, most horrific way. And so one of the goals that I had when I started this business is that I needed to support my family financially. I had a really great job. I live here in Northern California. It's very expensive to live here, but I became a single mom. And I had a really great job, and I needed an income that would support my family here in Northern California in the Bay Area. So that's one of the things I want you to think about. What is a goal that you need to hit that this job can help you with? Okay, that's one question. We want you to think about that, and then you can go live in your team page, or you can share with us, both, or whatever you'd like. Number 2, why? What is your why? Why is this goal so important to you? And how would your life change by hitting it? And really think about that. Like, I sometimes think we make goals and then we forget to really go through that whole thought process of what would it seriously look like for my life to change in this way? Because if we spend time really thinking that out, even writing it out, I promise you that will motivate you to do the things that you don't like to do and to show up every single day. Katie's writing this down, and then she's going to take over after I say this third one. And then another one is, what is a goal that you would love to hit and why? One is a need. The other is just a desire. For me, I wanted to be able to take my kids on vacation. 2 things. I want to be able to take my kids on vacation and bring some fun into their life. And we also like to support our church and support the military. And one of the goals that I still have is to be able to build. It's really expensive here in Northern California. Property is really expensive, and I want to be able to give back to our pastors and to the military and that live around us. I would love to be able to give them a home. That's like, because my first husband was a pastor, and it was almost impossible to buy a house here. That was just no church could afford it. I mean, a fixer-upper in our area is, $800,000, $900,000. It's impossible. So that is, that's a goal that I still have and I'm still working towards. But those are the kind of things like, oh yeah, that would just set my soul on fire to be able to do that. So that one is a need, provide for my children. One is a desire and a want. So write those down and then spend some time thinking about it. Katie, go for it. You're back on.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. Our internet went completely down. So I was actually, Kendra took over for me. I was supposed to ask you guys all those questions. And so we got a little off kilter. But honestly, like Kendra was saying, the most important thing with these questions is we need to know why we're showing up and why we're working so hard and why this matters. And here's the thing. We are all business owners. One thing that I have seen time and time and time again is that many women end up quitting this business because they never treated it like an actual business. And when you treat it like a business, it pays you like a business. When you treat it like a hobby, it pays you like you're working a hobby, which means it barely pays you or pays you nothing at all. And if you're showing up day in and day out and you're doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not getting closer to your goals, something is missing. And we really want to help you guys figure out, okay, number one, why are you here? And why does it matter? What are you working for? What are you fighting for? How can this change your life? And like we said before we got on this call, it doesn't have to be about a big fancy house or driving a Range Rover or anything like that. Abby shared with us, where is she on my screen? I don't see her, but she shared with us that, there she is. She had shared that last week her washer and dryer broke, and because of her paycheck, they literally just went out and bought a brand new washer and dryer and didn't even have to think twice about it, which is a huge expense. And to be able to just do that, not put it on a credit card, and be able to take care of stuff like that. And like she was saying, how like when it rains, it pours, and like all these things are coming up and you need to fix and repair, and to be able to not go into debt because this business covers those things is amazing. And maybe you're not in that position. Maybe, your husband has a really great income, and maybe there are different reasons why you're working this business. I don't know about you guys. My husband is very successful in his career. I've supported him all these years when he went back to school to get his bachelor's degree and his master's degree, and he was working his way up the ladder with his dream job. And I wanted that for my life. I wanted to show my kids I could be a good mom and I could be successful. And that's one of the driving forces for me in this business, is to show my kids that I can be a good mom, but also like I love that I work from home and my kids see me bust my ass every single day, and they know everything we have, my husband and I have worked extremely hard for. And that makes me feel super proud. That's a huge driving force for me. So we are going to talk about Premier, and we're going to talk about Elite with Abby and Rachel are going to kind of take us along on that. Abby's going to start with Premier. It's important for you guys to know, we're not going to go deep into this, but it's important for you guys to know as business owners what exactly it means as a business owner, but what exactly it means for our teams, and then also when you have your own team. So Abby is going to kick that off.
I know, I've been like, my children are having meltdowns, so I apologize in advance if I get interrupted here. But so one of the things I love about this exercise, guys, is you hear these titles, I think, and I'm like an Enneagram 3 to the core. I was that girl in college who would do anything for the free t-shirt. Like, I just get motivated by absurd prizes for no reason other than winning them. But I know that not everyone is wired like that. And the first time I wanted to go for Premier, I remember my husband being like, okay, but why does this matter to our family? Like, what's in it for us? Not just like, okay, Abby, you get some cool ribbons. Like, I could care less that you, like, I'm glad you walk across the stage at Summit, but what does this mean? And so really having that vision of why. But one of the things in this business is you might not have aspirations to be top 10 or anything like that. But I know you all came into this business. If you're on this call tonight, you have goals. You have income goals, you have dreams for your family, and those things happen when you hit these benchmarks. And as your leaders, one of the most important things for us to do, for myself, for Rachel, for Katie, for Kendra, for your upline, if they're not on this call, is to truly lead by example by hitting some of these things and showing you guys that it's possible. And so when you hear things like Success Club and Diamond and 2-Star and Premier, that's all that these things are. These are truly just measurable benchmarks in your business that not only reflect your income, but the ability that you have to duplicate that for your teams, which is what we're doing with you guys. And so I don't want the titles to intimidate you, and I don't want you ever to think like, oh, I couldn't achieve this. And one of the things that drives me insane about this business, but that I also really love, and I think Rachel's going to get into this more later, is that it doesn't matter how many Success Club points I get if I don't help my coaches. Like, if I'm not actively invested in growing you guys and helping you guys hit your goals, I'm not going to check mine off the box, which as like a, again, very motivated, goal-oriented person, it just kills me, but I love it because it keeps my priorities in check that way. So with these things, Premier is something, these are kind of the two big titles, and you'll see there's fun parties that you get invited to at all the trips that got canceled this year, so you guys don't actually get to see those, but usually there'd be fun parties. There's walks across stage at Summit. There's fun swag. I hit Elite last year, and so I've got like the bod ropes, they came early, like fun little perks like that. That's just a big thing. We get to invite Megan Davies on our team call, like having these things, being a part of, for you guys to say you're a part of an Elite or Premier team really helps your business. And I think that I can speak for all the leaders on this call that one of the things that we get really nervous about when we talk about this topic is that sometimes it sounds like it's the Abby show or it's the Kendra show, and it's like, well, I just want the title, so you all do your bidding. But the truth is, if our team hits Premier, if our team hits Elite, what that means is you guys are earning income, that you guys are hitting the goals that you just wrote down, that we are equipping you guys to that. And so that's why we talk about it, and that's why we push you not only to help our teams hit it this year, but also to help you start vision casting, because I truly believe, guys, there are girls sitting on this call who can walk across the stage this year as Premier or Elite. Honestly, like, do not rule yourself out. I've watched people go from Emerald coaches to 5-star in 6 months. Like, it can happen. And so for you to kind of start vision casting, so basically all that they are, it's kind of this breakdown, and Rachel will get into kind of where you play a little bit, but it's just a breakdown of every time you hit Success Club, like it's a kind of looking at my Success Club points, how my team is doing with volume and points. So it's just those kinds of things. And so really like growing your own business and saying, I want to be a Diamond coach and I want to start leveling up my income. I want to hit 2-star. Those are game changers for your income, but they also massively help your team. And so if you're not motivated to hit your own goals, then maybe thinking like, okay, our team is working towards this. And I know some of us do retreats for it. Like, there's all sorts of fun things that can happen. But really all I wanted to really express to you guys about that is it's just a marker of your next goals in the business. So Premier, just to kind of baby step it down, because I had no clue what these things were when I first started. There's an Elite qualification thing in your back office. And if you want to go look at it and get really confused, you can do that. Some of you may not even know it exists. And so screenshot it and go talk to your upline and be like, what the heck is this? But there's a report that runs every single month that kind of ranks everybody, shows everyone where they're at. And we have to hit these kind of qualifications as the year progresses. You've probably seen people shout it out for team builder and team leader, Premier, and Elite. You kind of check off those boxes as you go. And so that's all that is. And I know that all of us are really pushing for those goals this year, but Premier is kind of not the lesser one, but you need to be a 2-star Diamond team and then have like specific Success Club and volume points. For elite, it's the same thing. You just need to be a 5-star diamond team. So I know for my team, for instance, I was elite last year, but we're not sitting at a 5-star team right now. So I'm working really hard to get some new diamonds to advance so we can check that box off. And so we can, again, have those elite team perks and pour into us. So it's kind of a yearly goal to make sure I just can't sit back on my laurels and be like, that's an elite team, guys. I have to be actively invested in my coaches. So that's just a very, very broad overview of what those things are, and honestly why they matter, and why you will see Katie and Kendra and myself and Rachel hit those goals each year, to lead by example for you guys. So I'll let Rachel kind of talk a little bit more about where you specifically come into play. Hopefully that didn't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Abby. So our team, Team Take Heart, has been premier 1 year, and we've been elite the last 2 years. But honestly, like Abby, like right now, our team is not sitting at 5-star. I have to build with my team back up to 5-star. And it's not, you're like, well, have you been 5-star and you're not 5-star now? It's because certain coaches rank advanced and then they dropped, or they left the business or something like that. So, we want you to learn from us that it's not just like this smooth ride to the top. Like, we've all talked about that a lot, going back to those first questions they asked you guys to share. And we do want you guys to share the answers to those questions tonight with us, or we want you to go live in our team pages and share your goals with our teams. Okay. That's really important, because your goals are important to me. For my downline, I need to know what your goals are. And how I can motivate you, right? And so you're going to challenge your future team members in the same way. So I love coaching, because it's never like, I can't get to where I want to be in this business without helping you get to where you want to be in this business. That's really important. But yeah, so how do you earn? So basically, we're not going to go into the specifics. Like, we can show you graphics of what 2-star is. You have to have one coach on your right leg, one coach on your left leg. That is a diamond coach. So you have to have people on opposite legs. 5-star, I have a lot of, honestly, I have diamonds in my downline, but they're not in the right places, if that makes sense. I have my strong leg and my first center has diamonds. And then anyways, it's just all in the wrong place, but I'm not complaining. It's really like a cool puzzle that you have to figure out, and it gives me a good challenge. But so you have to be a certain rank to achieve premier and elite. Abby said that, but you also earn leadership points by honestly doing the basic things that you should be doing in this business anyway. And that is hitting Success Club. That is bringing new coaches into your organization every month. Sometimes they're discount coaches, sometimes they're working coaches. But if you are going to be an elite coach, you have to find working coaches. There's just no way around that, okay? So, right now, and you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, Rachel, I'm barely hitting Success Club, right? We're planting seeds. We are showing you the way because somebody had to show us the way. And I know my team, like you guys, somebody said earlier, you guys could be elite and premier coaches next year. Like, I have no doubt that the girls on my team that are on this call right now could be. So what I challenge you to do when it comes to these basic things that you need to be doing, which is bringing on new coaches, new customers. And it's really important that you are bringing in new customers as well as new coaches, not just signing everyone up as coaches, because you get volume points from customers and you get volume points from coaches, right? So you need to it's good to bring in people as coaches and sign them up that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But definitely make sure that you are bringing customers in as well as coaches, because that goes towards a certain category for your leadership points. And again, I challenge you, like somebody else said, take a picture of your leadership points, send it to your upline. We'll talk about it. We'll go through it one-on-one. It's best that way. But you basically get leadership points back signing on new customers and coaches. You get leadership points back helping your 2019, 2020 coaches get to Success Club, all right? So every time one of your 2019 or 2020 coaches hit Success Club, you get a leadership point. If you hit Success Club as well, you get 2 leadership points, all right? So you are accumulating leadership points every time you hit these markers. And then you also get leadership points by helping your coaches rank advance, all right? So what does that mean for you? What that means for you, honestly, moving forward is, one, you need to understand it a little bit better, but you need to hit Success Club. And if I'm being completely honest, you need to be hitting SC10. You need to be bringing on at least 2 to 3 coaches a month, helping them get to Success Club. And you guys, you know what? You're going to bring in coaches that don't do anything. You're going to bring in coaches that like crush it the first month and then they disappear. You're going to bring in coaches who come in and just shock your pants off. Like they just do it. They just go forth and they do it, right? So the thing is not to decide for people, not to decide who's going to be a great coach, who's not. Just keep doing the things. Keep hitting Success Club. Keep talking about coaching. Keep sharing the coaching opportunity, and then we're teaching our teams how to hit Success Club too. It is totally just a duplicatable process. And I know I'm oversimplifying it a little bit, but we're trying to give you like a broad view of what Premier and Elite are. So we want you to know for you, but we also want to communicate clearly with you guys how you help our teams hit Elite and Premier. Because Elite is definitely one of my goals again for our team. It has helped our team the past 2 years. It's given us early opportunities to new things. It's, as Elite coaches, we get to escalate any problems that you have in your business. Like if you have an order that doesn't go through right, or something happens with one of your customers, we can actually contact the VIP customer service as Elite coaches, and we can talk to them for you. Like that was one of my favorite things about becoming 5-star Elite. Like that allows me to help my team serve you guys in a better way. We get early trainings about MBF and all these things, and we can push that down to you guys so you're prepared. But also, how do you contribute to our larger teams? Like I said before, if you are a 2019, 2020, what that means is you signed up in 2019 or 20, every time you hit Success Club, you help our teams get leadership points. Now hear this, if you signed up before 2019, don't check out, okay? You still need to hit Success Club for you. Not just for our team. You need to hit Success Club for you, right? But that's one of the ways that you contribute. Every time your volume, if you are hitting Success Club, if you are bringing in new customers, you're creating those loyal Shakeology customers and so forth, your volume helps our teams. And also if you rank advance, it doesn't matter if you signed up in 2009 as a coach, okay? And if you rank advance to Diamond for the first time, or you rank advance to 1-star or 2-star or whatever for the first time, our teams get leadership points. So it, like Abby said, it can sound like the Abby show or the Rachel show, but guys, we don't get to our goals as a team unless you're achieving your goals as a team. And I'll tell you that one of the things, I was so scared to talk to my team about becoming Elite because honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Like my second year of coaching, we were at Summit, and one of my coaches, who's still a discount coach, but she doesn't work anymore, she said to me, she was like, Rachel, so if Team Take Heart hits Elite, that really just means you're Elite, right? Not us. And that like cut me to my core. And she was a very direct, like blunt person. And anyways, I shied away from talking about that for so long because I never wanted it to be about just me. But do you know what happened when we hit Elite? It planted that vision and that possibility for other people on our team. And every time that I hit a goal of my own personal, like every time I hit SC20, you know what? That tells somebody else on my team, hey, I can do that. Rachel's doing it. I could do that, right? Every time I rank advance or get a bonus, that tells another coach on my team, hey, I could do that. Rachel's doing it. It's like we are paving the way for you guys to do this as well. And so we don't ever want you to think this is a selfish goal. Like, I mean, all of us helped our coach get to her Elite goals and her 15-star goals and all those things, and it felt good to be a part of that. So there's going to come a point in your business where you're going to talk to your team about Premier and Elite, and we want you guys to do it with confidence. We want you guys to do it boldly, and knowing that every time that you hit a goal, it's only because you've helped somebody else hit a goal as well. And so we want you to educate yourself on Elite. We want you guys to be aware of how you contribute to our teams and us all hitting Elite and Premier this year. And we want to help you level up with the Elite Academy. And I think that, I don't know who I'm turning it over to. I think it's Kendra maybe to talk about the Elite.
Now it's Katie because we swapped.
Oh.
And so one thing I do want to just repeat one more time is the 3 questions, because I realized when I got kicked off the call, it didn't record. So the 3 questions, if you guys are watching the recording or hopped on late, is what is a goal you need to make happen? The second one is why do you need to make this happen? And 3, how would your life be different when you achieve this goal? And really think about like what is the one goal that if you made happen would just be a game changer for your life or for your family's life? Like what is gonna just like your feet hit the floor in the morning and you just cannot stop thinking about what life would be like if you made that happen. And the reason why we want you guys to give us those answers out loud is because that's the scary part. That's the part where you're sharing with other people what your big scary goal is, and it makes us uncomfortable because now it's like, oh, sugar, we just said this out loud. People know what we're working for. Like, I need to step it up to make this happen. And honestly, we want you to see it happen not because of the pressure, but because you know how life can change if you make it happen for you and your family. So I just wanted to repeat those really quick. So we talked about, Kendra and Rachel and Addie and I were like, how can we like serve our teams in a way that just really helps them get to their goals? Because we will tell you guys, yes, it feels incredibly amazing to hit our own personal goals, but it feels just as incredibly amazing when you guys hit your goals. Like when my coaches, I get goosebumps just thinking about it because I know some of my coaches' goals, but when they have reached those milestones, like it's emotional because I know what it took to get there, and I know what they're one step closer to the freedom, to the debt being paid off, to so many different things that like I get like emotionally tied into their goals as much as I do my own. But we want you to say them out loud because then it just really becomes real. So we talked about creating this group, and we called it our Elite Academy. And we want to take 6 weeks where we are pouring into a select few of coaches. And it's not like the coaches that like have the most success club points every single month. Like coaches that like have goals and they're working hard to achieve those goals, who are going to bring that energy to the group because we want to like rise together. And so we thought, okay, our coaches don't need any more training. We have all the training calls in the world. We are inundated with training calls, right? You can find a training call every single day. And so you guys know what to do, right? Like everybody knows what to do. We know that if there's some kind of training we want on something, we can Google it. We can find it in our team pages. So we were like, we want to create this group so we can do three really major things for you guys. 1, pour belief into you every single day, because even though we're trying to do that for ourselves with our personal development and everything that we're doing, guys, it matters when you have someone pouring belief into you. It does, because it's hard building this business and it's challenging, and you just need someone to be like, you can do this. Like, keep fighting for this. So we really want to focus on pouring belief into you. We are going to up your accountability on a daily basis with your business. Like no more like, I did my power hour, I did my business activity tracker. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't hit Success Club. You're not recruiting coaches. Like, you're not getting the paycheck you want. Like, we don't want that for you. We want you guys to achieve those goals. And so we don't want you guys to say that you're doing things that you're not really doing just to kind of check off the box. We want to be like, this is what you need to do to build your successful business and get to that goal. And we're going to hold you accountable every single day. Because we know, like, on our nutrition journey, what happens when we have that accountability? We have success when it comes to our nutrition and our workouts and everything that we're supposed to be doing. We want to provide you guys with that accountability in your business, but just kind of step it up a little bit more than the business activity tracker. So we have another tracker we're going to be following that is just going to make you level up. And we are going to be following the same exact tracker with you guys. So as we ask you guys to push yourself out of your comfort zone, we are doing the exact same thing. Like whatever we ask of you guys or tell you guys, like you need to be doing X, Y, and Z, we are leading. We are doing the exact same things. Like we are literally in this together. And then really with that, just will challenge everybody to grow. And the point of this group is it's 6 weeks of going all in. And at the end of the 6 weeks, the goal is, because I know for my coaches, they have 1 star as their goal, 2 star as their goal, diamond and making a stable income as their goal. Right now, those goals are a little shaky and a little wobbly, and we're kind of there, and we're kind of not there, and we want to help you guys be like, I got this, I'm going to make this happen, and we want to be there helping you guys every step of the way. So that is like really our goal of creating this group. And the reason why we're not going to like just take everybody from our downline is because we do want to keep the energy high in the group. And we really want people that are just willing to go all in and give this business all that they have. But I also want you guys to know that if you're not in this group, it doesn't mean that we don't believe in you. It just means you're not ready. And that's okay, because we all have growing moments in this business where we think we're ready and we're like, I do a little bit more growth in this area before I'm ready to actually achieve that goal. So I want you guys to just know that it's not that we don't believe everybody can achieve it. We just know that some people a little bit more time before they can make it happen. And that's okay, because we've all been there. So, I don't know, guys. I'm excited for my coaches to go live on my team page and to share these big, scary goals and hold you guys accountable to it. Because there's just nothing better than being able to see that with this business. And I think too, like I know a lot of you listened to Carrie Snyder's team call she did for us, and she shared how last year at this time she was a diamond coach. Today she's 10-star diamond, top 10 coach. And I know so many of us are like, oh my gosh, that seems like so out of reach, but it's all in here. And like every single one of us can achieve whatever we want to achieve. I mean, and I wholeheartedly believe that. And we just want you guys to just know how much we believe in all of you and how much we really want to help you achieve your goals.
Hey, Katie, do you want to tell them what the requirements for Elite Academy are? Were we going to do that?
Super quick. So sorry. So the group is going to go from July 15th to August 26th. And the requirement is Success Club in June and Success Club by July 15th. Or did we say by July 15th?